Good afternoon, parents of the Ravenswood High School Year 9s. I'm Chelsea Robinson. I'm the Health and Phys Ed teacher here. I appreciate you coming in today so I can share not only the importance of Health and Phys Ed, but what your children will get out of participating in my classes and how I will ensure all students' individual needs are met in my class. I'll begin with my teaching philosophy. This is statements that guide my attitude and behaviour while teaching. As a teacher, I will be knowledgeable, fair and a good role model. I will be clear with instructions to all students and they will have faith in me to guide them in the right direction whilst enjoying the game and learning skills. I will ensure my lessons are inclusive to all students. I will be a teacher that is organised and has a plan. My students will look forward to coming to the next lesson, developing their skills and enjoying physical education. I'll be encouraging, supportive and flexible. I will show my passion of the sports to be an inspiring teacher. Having the curriculum in place ensures teachers aren't teaching the same thing every year. It acts as a building block for students, where from pre-primary to year 12, they build skills and gain knowledge to prepare them for that stage in their life that they are currently experiencing. Having the curriculum break up learning into sections provides quality of learning by not overloading the students. It allows them to absorb so students will remember it going into the following year. Having the curriculum also holds teachers responsible for students' learning. It shows the parents that children will be learning and what they will have learnt by the end of the year. In the Year 9 curriculum that are strongly linked to my teaching are: reflect on how fair play and ethical behaviour can influence the outcomes of movement and activities. Devise, implement and refine strategies demonstrating leadership and collaboration skills when working in groups or teams. I understand not all students enjoy sport. Some may have had bad experiences or some may feel sport is only for people who are sporty and can play at an A grade level. This is not the case. By working with the Health and Phys Ed curriculum, I intend to change the negative outlook that students and possibly you may have on this subject. I will motivate them to want to move and understand the many benefits that this subject has. It helps our coordination, our inner health, our mind, our body and our social skills. In Term 1 we'll be beginning with net sports. This will cover badminton and tennis. These sports will automatically provide an introduction to volleyball, which we'll do in Term 2. I choose to cover sports that surround a specific piece of equipment or setup because similar skills are required for each sport. For example, all of these use a ball or shuttle and it needs to go out. This allows students to learn basic skills and use them in different types of situations, giving them more practice. It allows the students to build relationships and confidence with their communication and skills building. Once students are confident, they will then come up with their own ideas to modify games, pushing a student-centered approach. For the health aspect this term, we'll be focusing on building relationships and improving communication. During the Health and Phys Ed activities, students will build relationships with one another by working together. Their communication will improve as they work as a team. These are life skills they will use in their future workplaces and to communicate with you as their parents and others. Year 9 students are an age where hormones are changing, they're wanting to feel accepted and peer pressure is common. I think it's important to begin this year with this as students are going to need these skills through all activities, not just in my class but life itself. By setting the foundation at the start, it will ensure their relationships and communication skills are strong by the end of the year. My first teaching approach is Game Sense. It's an approach which uses modified games to suit all ability levels. It provides opportunity to students to develop skills, concepts, tactics and understanding of a game before they play the sport. Modifications can include the size or type of ball, size of the playing area, size of teams and scoring. A student-centered approach is where the focus is on the students, having input to the lesson. Students are put in roles such as captain, coach, scorer and player. This utilises all students, ensure inclusivity and students are given responsibility over the games and how they run. This teaches them leadership. Utilising experienced players, it keeps them challenged by taking on a coaching role. This broadens their skills and gives them a deeper look into the technique involved in the sports. For students needing extra help, will get this as there is more teachers in the class, so they can have more one-on-one time. Grades and assessment are required to show you and the students their progress and where more development is required. It also shows myself as a teacher where I can make changes to further educate your children. The student will be assessed by their participation and enthusiasm, their willingness to try, their improvement as the term goes along, their understanding of the activities. There will be a physical assessment where I will be watching them and looking at their skills. There will be an oral assessment. They will be asked questions, what they know about the sport, and they'll be given roles such as coach, captain, scorer, where they'll need to fit that role at the required time. The students will know what they'll be assessed on. They will not be assessed on anything they have not learnt, and they will not be assessed on anything that is not relevant to the content. Early adolescents are at an age of finding their place. They are wanting a social connection with others to fit in. Confidence building is important to begin with. I'll achieve this by starting with skill-based activities before gameplay. The students will build relationships through team and partner play. I'm supportive and approachable and show this by welcoming, encouraging and understanding all the students. I have a zero tolerance for bullying and we'll do role play to discuss what is appropriate behaviour and what is not. As a teacher, it is important to constantly reflect on every lesson, asking myself, did my students engage in the lesson? Are they learning the skills that I'm teaching them? Do they understand the game? And are they enjoying themselves? If these aren't being met, I try to make changes to suit the students so they're gaining a positive experience. Students will receive report cards as per normal. If your child requires extra help, I'll speak to you about that so that we can have a look at more one-on-one time. If they are exceeding in the sport, I will approach you to see if there's any clubs or scholarships available that you might want to be involved in. My door is always open to you and your children to speak to. Health and Phys Ed promotes health and well-being, and that's one thing as a parent that we strive for, to keep our children healthy and have a sound mind. We want our children to be able to make good choices. Year 9 students are getting to the age where they can be influenced by peer pressure. In Health and Phys Ed, they will learn the communication skills to allow them to confidently make the right choices and guide them down a successful path. Thank you.